Hey everybody, I'm Nemesis. You're here with RN Homesteading. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and all that good stuff, because out of everything that I can grow here at the house, I can't grow this channel without you. So thank you all for being here. So today I did a little project up over in the potted garden, guys, and then of course, you know, whenever you've got chickens. So we're gonna go over a couple of things today. Figured if you guys are backyard enthusiasts, ooh, look at all those pots on that railroad tie. Ooh, yeah, I did some stuff today. It took me a little while to do all this. Of course, I'm by myself too, so it takes a little longer. But guess what? I get all my steps in, get a little exercise. I get to breathe some fresh air and get some sunshine on these old bones. It's a win-win. Because, you know, getting sunshine into your eyeballs, onto your skin, contrary to scientifical garbage that sunlight is somehow cancer causing. It's only cancer causing when you avoid it and then are suddenly in it. Think about that. If you never go outside and then you get exposed to it, yes, you might have some problems beyond just burning. And then you guys are slathering on all that sunscreen. Man, whenever I was a kid, nobody wore sunscreen unless you were sick. So, you know, because people were actually eating a nutritious diet, which is what I'm trying to get back to, guys. Which I'm hoping to inspire all of you awesome people to do the same thing. But yeah, I mean, so been out here getting some sunshine. I'm actually in the shade so that the camera gets a better view of this, right? So, but getting back on topic over here, where, you know, it's like whenever you got backyard chickens, you got to do a few things, you know, to make sure that they stay healthy, guys. One, if you can smell their coop from 1 foot or 10 feet, you have a carbon issue. So you got more, you have more compostable, but not enough carbon to absorb everything. So if you're able to smell it, add some carbon into it. And if you're like me and you got chickens, I take my grass clippings and I just give it to them. That chicken run has almost no wood chips in there. I have it underneath the coop, and in the coop I have wood chips. But in the chicken run, I put like a light layer in there whenever I first cleared it out for the season. So it was exposed dirt, right? So put some wood chips there, because at that point the grass wasn't even growing yet. Since then, I've been just mowing, and I put like 3 or 4 mower bags full of grass in there, and they spread it all around. I'm gonna probably have to start sifting some of this stuff, or trying to reduce some of it, you know, kind of, because it's gonna get thick quick. They processing it, just 5 chickens, guys, can process a couple of bags of mower clippings a week. That's pretty decent. And then I got my worms too. Man, I can give some of the worms some of that compostable material. It's like I have myself a nice little ecosystem. But if you're able to smell the coop, like I was saying, you have to add some more carbon, whether you're adding wood chips, because that's all you got, or add some grass clippings and let them spread it around. Eventually, the smell will go away and it'll rectify itself. Now, if you're letting their chicken run area get wet also, it could also increase the amount of smell you might have. So you'll have to add some more carbon. You know, grass clippings, wood chips, this is the stuff that makes the smell go away. And then the other thing is, you know, of course, making sure that you're sticking your head in the coop on a daily. If you can smell it, or if you see like little gnats or flies in there, it's time to clean the coop out. We do not want the chickens to get sick in the process of housing, right? Because they do the most amount of pooping, believe it or not, when they're sleeping. So making sure that the hen house is as clean as possible. I mean, it doesn't have to be sanitary or anything, but as clean as possible. is a win-win. So making sure that's clean, depending on your coop design, depends on how often you have to clean. I have to do it about, because like where they like to roost at night, there's like a little platform and they like to just roost right there. Believe it or not, chickens have flat feet. They're not like most other birds where their feet are kind of curled like this. They actually prefer walking around. So whenever they roost, they want to be on a more of a flatter surface. It's not as natural for them to roost on a bar. Believe it or not, you have to kind of train them to roost on a chicken bar. Weird. I didn't know that whenever I got into this. And then the other thing is making sure you change the water on the daily. I'll say that again. If you guys are having animals, I don't care if you've got dogs, cats, whatever your animals are. If it's getting warm out, the bacteria in the water will start populating a lot faster. Clean the water containers out. And then if you're not medicating any of your animals, which is fine, some animals won't mind this, some animals do. I'll tell you this, that the chickens really don't have much of a taste bud. They don't taste hot. I don't think they taste sweet or anything like that. I don't know. It's like, I know they don't taste spicy, but they don't mind the raw apple cider vinegar. So you can get that at, pretty much anywhere, or if you can make it yourself. Eventually I'll have Rianne do some videos. Mark my words, she's going to do some videos here, guys, and she's going to do some topics on what we're talking about here, because I want her to make some raw apple cider vinegar for ourselves. And then while she's doing that, I'm going to pull a video. This way we're documenting it for all of you. Yeah. And then also putting into the chicken's water fermented raw honey garlic. Yeah, you heard me. Fermented raw honey garlic. So you put, it's like, we'll do a video on that too. This way, because like the fermented raw honey garlic is good for all your animals and you. If you get cough, sneezes, sore throat, fermented raw honey garlic. Ugh, words. Amazing, guys. Amazing. It will help you kick it all natural. These are the home remedies that the medical community have been trying to outlaw. Imagine that. It's not profitable if you can do it yourself, right? This way they could sell you their petroleum products. Remember that. Most of that pharmaceutical stuff is a petroleum product. And you're going to wonder why that everybody's got a high level of microplastics in their bloodstream now, including fish and animals. I wonder why. The vaccines? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Consult your doctor when it comes down to this. I don't pretend to be a doctor. I just read things. I hear things. That's all. But giving a couple of shots of raw apple vinegar to the chicken's water with a couple of tablespoons of fermented honey garlic, and things are good for the chickens. It's like a little immunity boost for them. So if they got anything that's off kilter in their body, this helps kind of rectify that. We'll do videos on, again, like I said, on how to do all of this stuff. So as and I'm being backlit over here. Good God. The sun's behind me as I'm walking away from the house. But yeah, that's like all the good stuff that you can do for your chickens to help keep them as healthy as possible. You can do a lot of this stuff with your regular animals. It depends on if their taste buds will allow you to do it or not. I know some animals might snub the raw apple cider vinegar, but it's like, hey, at least you could try, right? And the wife will sit there and go over a lot of this stuff that for health purposes, because she's the nurse. She should be dealing all the health beneficial foods for you guys, so that you can try to kick your ailments all natural. I mean, I don't go to running to the doctor. I've gotten sick a couple of times that I just take the fermented honey garlic, and a couple of days later I feel fine. So, with that being said, definitely I'll get Rhiannon on some of this stuff so that she can start doing videos too. So it's not always just me. I feel that she should be contributing too, and I feel that there's some good topics for her to do. And yeah. So this is what my project of the day has been. Is I'm standing right now where there was a bunch of pots. Why? Because this was the only spot that I could really put them where I wasn't going to trip over everything, right? So I did a thing. And you guys can do this too with your potted gardens too. I recommend it if you got bad backs, bad knees, or you just don't like bending over all the time to water everything, pluck everything. We can do something like this. Yo, check that out. Yeah. So you can see how much I can put up on there. Now, the wife won't be able to reach all the way across, right? The wife cannot reach all the way across like me. Here I am. I can reach across this without an issue. Touch the plant, everything, right? There's nothing. I'm a tall person. Well, the wife's very short. So what I was thinking is that she can get in at least up until the halfway point without an issue. And then if she wants to get to that back row, I know it's a bit of an inconvenience, but there's an opening to the gate and she can walk all the way over here and then deal with it, or that's my chore, to deal with everything on the far end. Because until I deal with some of the wood that's over here and I open this up more, I got to do is burn. I have to burn all this. This is lots of burning firewood. Till I can burn all that firewood up, I couldn't bring the potted garden out all the way I wanted to. So there was a little logic to what I was wanting to do. So I got a bunch of stuff I got to want to burn. It has been windier than all get out for the last 2 days, guys. We had a storm that came through, and then it has been just windy city since. I get it. I'm north of Chicago, but this isn't the windy city. I'm north of that, considerably north. So there's no reason that I should be seeing all this wind. But I got a bunch of wind the last couple of days, so I haven't been able to do a lot of the burning that I wanted, but I had a whole bunch of pallets. The wife, you know, she's got a bad hip, and whenever she's like hunched over looking down and then she like lifts her head up real fast, it's like almost like her blood pressure bottoms out a little bit on her and she gets dizzy and kind of woozy. So if I can get this all to a level where she can just stand there and work, problem solved. Because like as you guys get older and start aging out, you've got to make your garden accommodate any kind of physical requirements you may have. You know, it's like you have to tame your garden. You know, we are the shepherds, right? I mean, think about it. It's like we are the ones that are having the plants kind of bend to our will. Now, we're not trying to do anything. As long as we do everything for the plant should do what we need it to do for us. So that's what a good shepherd does. So with that being said, hope you found this kind of interesting, because like this is like a super simple set. I mean, it's just some cinder blocks and some pallet wood. The pallet wood you can pretty much almost get from any store. You know, go up to your local stores in the area and see if they've got some pallets that aren't needed. And then, you know, it's like sometimes you can find cinder blocks kind of being thrown away, you know, or sitting there for free. I got a whole bunch of these cinder blocks for free. My buddy, he was using it to build a couple of pillars at the end of his driveway, and he had a whole stack that he didn't need. He overcounted what he needed, and he was just like, I don't feel like returning it. He's like, you want it, you can come by and pick it up. And I'm like, say less. Man, that was years and years and years ago, and I've been using them wherever I can. Wherever I possibly can use these things, I've been using them. And here we go. I've got something for the garden, you know, and just to kind of give you guys a little bit of context of how tall this is, right? I'm 6'3". It comes up to almost my knee, which is about, I don't know, whatever the length of the cinder block is. I think that's like what, a foot and a half, foot and 6 inches, because that's 12 inches there. So like about a foot and a half up off the ground is what I would imagine there. So a foot and a half off the ground, and then the tops of the pots are, you know, another foot above that. So, you know, you're looking at 2.5 feet off the ground. Perfect working height. Easy to water all of this stuff. Hope you guys found that a little inspiring, that you guys can, you know, if you guys got bad backs or something like that, or you're trying to just elevate something, you could just set up like a bunch of cinder blocks, plant inside the holes. Just saying. Or you can sit there and just stack up the cinder blocks, like in that, you know, in a way that it looks like a stair, like some stairs going up, like 3 or 4 different stairs. And you can set the pots right on top of the cinder blocks. Especially if you got like a patio or something like that. You can sit there and make yourself a little patio stairs out of cinder blocks or pieces of, you know, get some wood. You can get little bits of wood and stuff like that. Sometimes from construction sites, you know, kind of go dumpster diving for bits of wood to be able to recycle it. Or you can go to your local stores and grab some lumber, but it'll incur a little bit of a price tag. So whatever is clever at that point, you know, whatever is the easiest. Sometimes you can get some pallet wood. Here, let me show you guys. Pallet wood like this, and then you can take it all apart, right? And then you can make some stuff out of it. There you go. That's a good one too. So like, let's say you got a patio and you're like, man, I know where to get a pallet, but I can't fit a pallet on my deck. Yeah, you can. You just take it apart, cut it up, get a little ingenious, use your head, and make a little table out of it, or like a stair steps platform for it. There's many different ways to get the job done. So I hope you guys found that informative. Smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Thank you everybody for being here, because, you know, I'm doing this for you guys to kind of help inspire all of you awesome people to do better living, healthier living, so that you can have a better quality of life, not dependent on big pharma's petroleum products. Just saying. So with that being said, guys, thank you all for being here. And of course, may your thumbs always be green. I'll see you on the next one.